Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a fun one. It is going to be holiday inspired, and I've been wanting to film a holiday smoky eye for the longest, for several years now, and I haven't quite gotten to that point where I've done it. I've done some holiday looks before, but never a full-blown black smoky eye, but with a holiday twist to it. So I wanted to show you all today how I like to do a classic smoky eye, but like I said, make it holiday inspired. So I've got a lot of products here that I have tried before, but they're still kind of in the testing phase, and products that I have not ever tried before that I'm going to be trying out here today with you. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll also list some other videos down below that I've done that are holiday themed. So if you're in the mood and you feel holiday inspired, how many times can I say holiday? Then definitely check those out. But let's go ahead and get into this video. Alright, in case you're wondering, I'm not naked. Okay? I've got a little, it's like a not romper, it's a jumper, I guess. So yeah, it's sleeveless, even though it is 60 degrees outside, but you know. But I'm gonna pair it with a nice leather jacket. Okay, it'll look cute. It'll look cute. So first off, I want to tell you guys what I'm going to be trying out that I've never tested before. So this will be like a tutorial slash get ready with me slash first impressions. It's a lot of slashes. This is the EcoTools Total Perfecting Blender. I've had this for several weeks and I've been wanting to test it out on camera for y'all. And finally, we are about to do the dang thing. What was that? My country accent just came out. My Texan accent just flew out of nowhere. I just don't even know how to control it. This says it is the best with liquid and cream foundations. That is perfect because I'm going to be using a cream foundation. Y'all know I always, anytime I do a beat face, I use this foundation. I don't use this foundation every day. I've got some other foundations that I'm going to be talking to y'all about in my best of 2018 video coming soon. I'll kind of talk about, because a lot of times when I'm on camera, I mainly just use this because it's usually when I'm like going out and I want to be full glam and full coverage. But I do have some others that I've really been liking. So stay tuned to find out more about that. But since this is a cream, it's supposed to go good with this blender for an airbrushed base. This is also 100% vegan, so that's awesome. You can find EcoTools at Walmart, Ulta, different places. I've actually never tried anything from EcoTools before, but if this turns out well, I might have to go get me some other EcoTools things. This also says it's cruelty-free, tree-free paper, I guess, and it's also dermatologically tested. Ooh, I like it. Okay, first of all, so incredibly soft. I love how this has a long little angle to it, but this side has a smaller angle to it, so I feel like the smaller angle might be nice for like the under eye area, whereas the longer angle might be good for stamping out your bake. So yeah, I really like how soft this is. I'm gonna go run it under some cold water and we'll see how much bigger it gets. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. It is pretty nice and large, very puffy. Again, it feels uber soft. I'm usually used to using the Real Technique sponge. I feel like this one is even softer than that one. And I will say too, it's not like fully pointed at the tip. It does have this kind of rectangular shape to it. Compared to the Real Technique sponge where it has like just that pointed tip, I'm able to get really close up under the underneath area of my eye. So I'm not sure about this, but we will find out. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my face. I'm using the MAC Strobe Cream. This stuff is so nice for making your skin just look like ultra illuminated. I may actually end up having to reapply it because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my eyes and then do my face. Because we're doing a black smoky eye, a lot of times when you're working with black shadows, they tend to fall and it's really hard to clean up once you've already got your base on. Alright, I'm going to skip through my brows so you don't have to see the whole thing because I know brows can be a little bit monotonous. So I'm going to do them off camera, but I just wanted to tell you that I'm using the brow definer from Anastasia Beverly Hills as always. and it's in the shade Blonde. So I've carved out the brows with concealer, and now I'm just going to blend the concealer in with the sponge. I actually like the straight shape of it, how it goes right underneath the brow, but when you get to the tail, it is a little bit difficult to maneuver. So basically what I'm doing here, I just wanted to set my upper lid area with concealer. You don't have to set the entire lid, but up here I definitely do want to try and hide those bluish veins I have going on. Just taking a little bit of powder and just setting right underneath, just so that that doesn't budge as we're blending. Okay, what I'm going to start off doing is I'm actually going to grab my Jaclyn Hill palette. I just feel like it's such a nice versatile palette with a Morphe M441 brush. When I'm blending this out, I am bringing it all the way up to like right underneath my brow bone. Actually, let me zoom y'all in so you can see a little bit clearer. I really want the smoky eye to be really diffused and not harsh. So now I'm going to use the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner, and I'm going to be using one of my favorite brushes for packing. And this is what it looks like right here. I'm dipping into that cream. So we're going to pack this on, but we're not going to go above the crease. And if you can't get in the very inner corner here, that's okay. When we start blending, it will blend out into that corner. You will see. I'm going to use a nice tiny little packer brush with any black shadow. I'm using the one from the Jaclyn Hill palette, but any matte black will do. And you're just going to pack it right on top. And what this is going to do is it's going to set that cream. The brush I'm using is a little stained, so just ignore that. This is the C443 Pro Blending Fluff Brush from Crown. I'm just going to go in here and start to buff the edges in. It's just all about brush placement. So here is for control and precise application and blending, and here is just for a nice faded buff. And as you blend, a lot of that black is going to start to fade away, and we're going to start kind of blending and buffing and then packing it back on so that it maintains its pigmentation. Grab my initial brush, doesn't have any excess product on it, just has that first shade that we laid down, and start to go over that. I'm going to go ahead and put some liner. It's not really necessary, but I just like to deepen up the lash line a bit. And the liner I used was the Epic Ink Liner from NYX. So I'm just going to take a makeup wipe and I'm going to clean up under there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start with foundation. Like I said, I'm using the Makeup Forever foundation. I got married this past May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Star Wars Day. And I have not posted the highlight reel from my wedding, but I thought I might do that. If y'all are curious or if you want to see my wedding highlight, I got married in Cancun. It was an amazing, magical wedding, and I couldn't be more thrilled with it and how everything turned out. If y'all are interested in seeing that video, let me know in the comments below. I kind of wish, looking back, that I would have vlogged like that whole weekend. We're going back to Cancun for our anniversary trip, so I thought maybe that would be fun to kind of vlog like where our wedding was and just like different things at the resort. We didn't really do any excursions when we went, but who knows, we might do some this time around. I'm really liking this sponge. $5. That's even cheaper than the Real Technique sponge. This is $4.99, and I believe the Real Technique sponge is $6.99, so that's awesome. So I'm going to do concealer, and then I'm going to do a special little highlighter that we'll talk about in a second. Okay, so I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape. When am I not? Okay, I think I'm able to get up in here pretty well. The corner of my eye is a little difficult, but you can work around it with the sponge. It may just take a little bit more time to maneuver. This is the Makeup Revolution highlighter. It's like a jelly highlighter. I've been really looking forward to this. I grabbed just a little bit on my finger, see how a little bit comes off, and I'll kind of swatch it on the back of my hand so you can see. So I have not put any powders on right now. The warmth of your fingertips really makes it melt into the skin the best. You can see that shining, beaming, beautiful highlight. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're like, how is this a holiday look? I just see a black smoky eye. But to me, a black smoky eye screams holiday because it's just so like warm and like sexy. I don't ever really do black smoky eyes, like I'm talking like really ever, in the summertime, just because I like more light, kind of airy, fresh looking makeup. Whereas this is really deep and warm, and just when it gets really nice and cold and you're all bundled up in layers and just a really nice, beautiful smoky eye, I feel like it's so incredibly flattering. So I'm going to use my regular highlight brush. This is the Morphe M501. Spray it with a little bit of Fix Plus. Now, this is not going to be the same shade of highlight. This is more of like a pinky highlight, and I wanted to use a little bit more of a gold. But that's okay. You know, I like to mix and match highlights, and this gold one, y'all, is freaking beautiful. By the way, the powder I was using for my under eyes was the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder. I'm going to grab that loose powder again, and I'm going to place it right underneath here. Alright, we're probably going to disrupt that powder in a minute when we do our contour, but we can fix it up later. I'm using the Shade and Light from Kat Von D with the middle shade because that's the lightest shade in the palette. I just grabbed way too much. We're going to put this right, and this is a Smith Glam L36. Try and get it like right above where I put that powder. Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil. Just applying this to my forehead. Trying not to disrupt my highlight that I have going on. Using this Morphe 9N. It's got a lot of beautiful shades in here. I'm going to do this one. This is a nice light mauve, like blush toned blush. Blending the contour and the highlight together. Under eyes, this is the Sigma E30. I'm just using like a darker and more of like a cool toned brown to deepen up the under eye area. And I really want it nice and diffused and like smoked out. And what I'll do is I'll take the outer corner here where we kind of left some space, and I'll just start to blend that into it. This is a Morphe E11. Grab that black shade, like right there in the outer corner. And we're not going to go too far in. I just want to kind of go like maybe like a third. Okay, now I'm grabbing this Tarte Smolder Eyes kohl pencil, and I'm just going to line the waterline. We're going to use this Stila Magnificent Metal in Gold Goddess. So I'm going to use a tiny detailer brush. This is just a scone smudger brush. And then just kind of blend it into the black, but don't go like all the way. So this is called Old Flame from Dose of Colors. And I am going to put a lip liner on first though. So this lip liner is the NYX Professional Makeup Natural Lip Pencil. Let me apply some setting spray. This is the MAC Fix Plus Pink Light. Can't forget that. Just makes the eyes look like not quite as harsh. Alright y'all, so that is the end of the video. I really hope that you enjoyed this winter, fall inspired smoky eye look. Subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you. I absolutely love y'all's support. Thanks again for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.